uh, I think there's no substitute for rest, and there's no substitute for me time. So I think getting a lot of that because of all the social distancing that we're doing.
But I think you look really good, and it's doing
Thank
you
you.
really, really well. I think all everybody should take a leaf out of your book and sort of follow whatever you're doing. So we're going to get into that. So tell me, how is the social distancing going on? I'm sure everybody, please share what you're thinking about it. But firstly, you, Tamanna, how's
Yeah,
social distancing going
you
on?
know,
What are
you
you
know,
doing?
Rudrani, I really feel like this time around, if there's anything that I want to tell people, is don't try to do what anybody else is doing. Like, just do what makes you happy, uh, and do stuff that is something that you enjoy, because this is a very unique time, and maybe a time we might never get again. Because, I mean, the fact that we are all at home and we are away from everything, we are not meeting people, we are not you know doing a lot of stuff we would have in our regular routine. And
Yeah.
there are a lot of things that we constantly ignore, which is for our well-being, and we kind of push it aside and say, okay, हम लोग बाद में कर लेंगे, but वो कभी बाद में आता नहीं है. So I feel like it's so important to spend this time with yourself. Um, I know there are a lot of people who um, aren't as privileged, and there's a lot of pressure on them economically, because this is going to affect everyone and all stratas of society. And I've been like watching the news as well as to what is being done for the daily wage workers, which I'm really happy about, that is being taken care of and that is being given attention. And
Yeah.
the it's something that we need to be very aware of. Of course, I feel I have to really be grateful for the fact that I am in the comfort of my house, sitting with electricity, with water, with food, with my family, in good health. I think there's nothing this that feeling and this experience is priceless.
Yeah.
So I just feel like this is a time I'm really spending in being grateful for just having this time for myself.
No, I think absolutely, you said it right, and a lot of them was posting today. There've been so many funds also created to help daily wage workers, to help other people. Otherwise, animal trusts are being put forward so that you can feed animals. I'm
Yeah.
sure you've seen all of them, and I'm sure you also are a part of it.
So the thing is, a lot of because we're all not being there, we're not going outside. There are lots of street uh, uh, stray animals which are of course being ignored. So I feel like if whatever we can do for them, that's something we should really make our attempts in doing that. Because even if going down, making sure they're getting their water and their food. um, I have a puppy at home, so I understand that this is a time they are going to really really take a beating, because otherwise there are so many people on the road, and people
Yeah.
constantly make sure that they're given. I mean, I've seen people really, like general public, take a lot of care, and it's kind of what we really need to do more of right now.
Yeah. No, I think you're absolutely well said. Uh, Tamanna, like we wanted to know, and like everybody else is of course. I saw a few people asking and telling you, "Ma'am, don't go out." I'm quite sure she will not. And
In fact, the
um,
idea is to I somewhere feel like, as entertainers, as film actors, for us it's once an entertainer, always an entertainer. So maybe this live is a way for me to kind of interact with my fans, even in this situation. Sometimes whatever I put out on social media is just for them to know that I am still trying to be in touch with them, even though I can't do what I do normally, which is face the camera for movies. But there's so many small things that I can share about my life that I've been doing, which can be of some use to someone, or even if it's just something that will probably entertain someone who's watching it. I think that effort has to be a constant.
yeah, and like I discussed, I am going to try spaghetti that you made. Looks yum.
Yeah,
Looks
I mean,
amazing.
I'm really cooking, which I haven't like done consistently. I used to come once in a while, and whenever I host my friends, I tend to cook because I love food, and I'm a big foodie. And I've been trying to do as much as health food as possible because um, but to be honest, I've eaten enough of rubbish as well, which is great. Okay, I've eaten my bhajias, I've eaten my pizzas, I've gone all out, I've done all of that, and I feel like that is a balance because at the end you cannot. When I talk about health food, I also feel like one needs to strike that balance. There are times when you let go, you eat what you like, but then you balance it off with food that is going to be good for your system. So I always say there's food for your soul and there's food for your health. So trying to strike a
Yeah.
balance.
But no, I think it always comes in handy, like you said. You're putting out stuff, there's somebody or the other who is obviously learning something from it or enjoying it. So we want more of that, Tam. Please don't stop.
Yes, for sure.
Um, but we will obviously continue this very casual chat that we are having.
Are there
But let me take,
questions that you want to?
yes, there are
Yeah,
questions that people have sent. So let me take few and then we'll go back to our casual chat.
banter.
Banter. Yeah, that's how it should be. I'm so happy to see you. It feels
I
really
know.
nice. It's been a
At least
while.
in a video chat if I can't see you personally.
I, so here, uh, okay. Uh, Atab Hasnoon is asking you, Tamanna, are you coming in web series? If yes, which and when will we? When can we see your charming face?
Well, I am. I was like before all this happened. I was shooting a web show for Hotstar, which is it's called A November Story, and it's my first web show, first attempt at web, and it's a Tamil web series. Uh, that is now everything is subject to how things go because all industries and everyone, which needs to happen right now, everyone's um, maintaining social distance. There's a 21-day lockdown which we are all adhering to very very strictly because it's extremely important right now. I think everything can wait.
Yeah.
Me too. I have my friends FaceTiming me, by the way.
Oh, really?
Because now what
That is
everyone
why.
is like, my phone is just pinging all the time because all my friends just keep like messaging or FaceTiming. So if my call tends to get cut or if it tends to like go out for a bit, it's all my friends who are, because this is how we meet nowadays. We have our FaceTime calls, which are our meeting. This is how we meet each other.
But so nice, no? It sort of also makes you feel connected to all our
Your
friends.
friends. Yeah. Sorry,
But
sorry for kind of getting away from the topic, but right
no,
now,
no, but that's okay.
whatever project I'm doing is very very secondary. I think right now what we really need to do is make sure that we are all safe, our families are safe. We as a country have to be very very responsible because the action of every individual. Like मैं आपको एक बात बताना चाहती हूँ, मेरे जो बिल्डिंग में जो वॉचमैन रहता है, सो उनको तो पता ही नहीं था कि कोरोना वायरस फैलता कैसे है. तो वो कह रहे थे हमने मीट छोड़ दिया है, हम चिकन नहीं खा रहे क्योंकि हमें लगता है कि चिकन से होता है. सो अभी इस वक्त पे सबसे ज्यादा जरूरी ये है कि हम लोगों को, जिन लोगों को वो इंफॉर्मेशन सही तरीके से नहीं मिल रही, वो हमें वापस उनको बताना पड़ेगा कि, सो आई हैड अ कॉन्वर्सेशन विद हिम एंड आई टोल्ड हिम दैट नहीं नहीं, ये छूने से होता है, ये आपको आपने अगर अपने हाथ पे कहीं अपने टच किया किसी चीज को जहाँ पर वायरस है उससे होता है. तो I feel like it's just so important to even have this conversation with people who, if you happen to interact with, you have to
Yeah.
explain to them, and through social media we can kind of spread the word for people who are on social media at least and who are unaware of what this is. So I feel like yeah, I mean, and we cannot harp on it enough, to be honest. Like that's what I realized when I spoke to my watchman.
No, but I think well put, and I think that everybody should know that. जिनको नहीं पता है उनको बताइए, उनको
Yeah.
educate कराइए. I
Because
think
many
that's
people
important.
might not be on social media, रुद्रानी. Like आप और मैं
जी.
हैं सोशल मीडिया पे, बट हमारे इर्द गिर्द जो काफी सारे लोग हैं जो सोशल मीडिया पे नहीं हैं,
नहीं. जी.
उनको इन्फॉर्म करना बहुत ज्यादा जरूरी है. बिकॉज इस वक्त जिन जिन लोगों को नहीं पता ये कैसे होता है, उन्हें पता होना चाहिए.
Yeah. No, of course. Well put. Again, like you rightly said, कि सबको बताना जरूरी है and correct information के साथ.
जी.
That's I think prime. We'll take
Yeah.
in a few more. Okay, Sahiti Vankamidi. Please forgive me if I'm not spelling your names correctly. Sahiti Vankamidi. Are you doing a movie with Ravi Teja Garu again?
Well, we are in talks, so hopefully I'll be able to give you a lot more clear information soon.
Okay. This is really nice. SRKS Rakesh 1 is asking us, what's one thing that you always believed in?
I
Quite
think I've
deep, no?
always
Simple.
been, yeah, it's very deep as a question. Um, I've always believed that for me, family is epitome. There's nothing beyond that. I mean, how much ever I'm so passionate about my work and I'm so like into this. I do it with so much of conviction, and I spend so much of my time doing it. But I've always believed that whatever happens in my life for me, if I have to prioritize for any reason between the two, it's always going to be family first, and then anything else that comes after it. And yeah, like I feel like these times are such a reality check, right, for all of us. Like when we're sitting at home, now we're getting time to spend with our family, which we've not been at least someone like me, I haven't been able to spend adequate time, and I am spending that right now. So I feel like this has been a huge reality check for me.
Yeah. I mean, I know because I spent some time with you, you know, how close you're to your family. And I
Yeah.
think it's wonderful. And you also, I think your parents and everybody, they're so sweet. So I hope uncle's doing well. I hope your dad's
Yes,
doing well.
both my parents are
And
doing really well, and they are having an overdosage of me. Want like I'm literally like mandraving around them, and like I'm doing stuff like I used to do when I was a kid. I am like literally sleeping in the middle of the two,
uh,
uh, and I'm like, now pamper me. Like I'm literally like lying down between the two of them, and I'm like, what does this say? Bed bahut chota hai.
but
As a
that's
kid,
so
you do so
cute.
many things which at that point you don't realize the value of it. But as you grow older, you value that so much, and you think that's so important.
Yeah. Um, Another question that SRKS Rakesh is only asking. Hi, Tamanna. This is
Hello.
Rakesh. Congratulations on the completion of 15 years in the Indian film industry. And you have to tell us about your journey till now. And what are your upcoming projects? Kind of the question that I would have anyways brought up. But so that is why I thought might as well ask it through him.
वक्त
So
बहुत
very
तेजी से
simple.
गुजरता है. SRK who's asked the question, बहुत जल्दी, बहुत तेजी से 15 साल हो गए हैं. I don't even feel like it's been 15 years. Also, I started very young, so I still feel like for me this is almost like starting off all over again, because as an artist हमें बार बार अपने आप को reinvent करना पड़ता है. आप कितना भी काम कर लो, at the end you have to start from scratch every time you choose to do a project. And I feel like I am very consciously trying to um, use this time that I have to dig deeper into myself and find a space that is true to me, is authentic, and hopefully when we all come out of this, I'll be able to create content which people like and they resonate with.
I hope you got your answer. What a lovely answer. And that is true. I think you're doing such amazing stuff also. We spoke about it last time as well. I'm sure there's more to the kitty. Have you added more amazing scripts to the one that we discussed? I know you're playing a coach,
Yeah.
you were doing a thriller. There was so much that we discussed. What are there more that has been added to that
So this
list?
is a great time for me to like read up stuff. So I'm reading a lot of scripts right now, which I wasn't able to because I was just filming. So when you're in the process of filming, you don't actually get the time to sit and read scripts because uh, you're just more at shoot. So now is the time I'm kind of looking at more stuff, and yeah, and I'm also kind of thinking what I really want.
So this another question for you is, how do you deal with the criticism and conjecture revolving around you all your life?
I think criticism is very important. Like I know my like जब मैं even forget like movies and stuff या जब मैं अपने social media पे भी कुछ डालती हूँ, you know, I have my friends, I have my family, I have my you know, people I know who give me what they think I'm doing and what I should be doing, and I feel like that is such a healthy thing because at the end, um, I I have been put in a place where I have the power to influence people. So I think being responsible about that is so important. At the same time, having fun is so important because as we all see, life is too short. We have to make sure that we have fun in whatever we do because because that's the point of it all. Otherwise, why are we working so hard? Why are we running after something? So kind of so I think criticism actually plays a very important role in helping you shape what you actually want for yourself. So it completely depends on how you use it. So I use it in a way where it's going to help me flourish and going to help me discover myself even better. So yeah, I'm all game for it. In fact, I ask people, like sometimes I literally get hold of people who know me well and I am like, please batao ab main kya karu, because sometimes that perspective from outside is so important because you lose that judgment sometimes.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's really nice to have that opinion given to you.
You know, in I'm sure a lot of people are taking this time really well, but I feel you know, like you said, you're utilizing the most of it and you're making the most of it. But there are
Yeah.
people who are freaking out, and especially since the I think the very required 21-day lockdown that was announced officially by the government. So if there are people who are anxious or you know are feeling jittery,
Oh yeah.
uh, how do you think they should sort of be positive, and any advices for them?
Yeah, like I've very dear to me and very close people to me have been experiencing this anxiety and the fear because the paranoia is normal. It comes with the situation that we are in. But I
Mm.
feel like the solution is actually rather very simple, and that is staying at home. But it's not that simple for a lot of people because they're very used to spending a lot of time away from their homes. Like I'm including myself. I've most of the time stayed away from home. But I'm a home bird. Like I'm quite a home bird. So I'm not feeling the pinch. But I know of a lot of people who are feeling that अरे यार घर से बाहर नहीं निकले मतलब दिमाग खराब हो जाएगा. It's like they're like losing it and they just want to just get out of their homes. So I feel like um there's so much that one can do right now, like with their own time, and I am kind of discovering that. Like for example, something as like this might sound trivial, but I want to watch like all the Harry Potters from the first Harry Potter to the last Harry Potter, like in a sequence. That's like one of my things to do. I've been
Yeah,
wanting to do this, okay, but of course that's not a priority in life because you know there's so
sure.
many, you're doing other things and you're running around and you're working and this and that. So I've been like pushing it. I've been like मैं करूँगी जब मेरे को वक्त मिलेगा type of situation. But right now I'm like, you know what, let me do this because if I have this, there are so many things that we want to do, but we're just postponing it and procrastinating on it. And it could be something small that would make you happy. Like I was
Yeah,
cleaning my cupboard and I found these two lipsticks that I'm searching for. I can't tell you from how long. I'm
it's
searching for these two
absolutely.
lipsticks for the past 6 months. Like I felt like और थोड़ा time अगर मुझे नहीं मिलता तो वो expire हो जाता. But
But
I
now you
can't
can
tell
use
you.
them. Yay!
I found those two lipsticks and I'm like, damn, I'm so happy. This is very trivial stuff. I know what I'm saying is very, very superficial, very trivial,
That's okay.
but the point is that if this is what takes to make someone happy, then why not?
Yeah, then do it, and you
Then
know
do
why
it.
not?
Then do it. Clean your cupboard. Like I've been cleaning my cupboard.
Why not? And no, listen, I'm a huge Harry Potter fan, so I just
Yeah.
want to put it out there. It is the best thing to do. I have done the marathon, but like you haven't got the time. It's the
I
best thing.
really want to. I'm in the process right now. I'm doing it. Uh, I've made time for now. There's so much time that I made time for this thing that I want to do.
So you're watching Harry Potter movies for sure. Tell me
Yeah.
what else? What else? What are the kind of which are the Hindi films that you missed out, that you heard about, and that you're definitely going to catch up? Do you want to recommend some to people who are thinking about catching up with some films?
So I'm watching a lot of web shows right now. I just saw I saw Jamtara, I saw Guilty, which is a film, which is a Netflix film, I think. Um, I've been watching a lot of web shows basically right now. Just to kind of, because I like, for me the thing is, I have a short attention span, so I don't actually sit and watch, like I don't binge watch normally. So
Correct.
now I've been doing that. What else have I seen recently? I was watching
Any films that
Explained.
you?
Explained
Oh,
is a
explain.
very interesting. So there are so many like things about uh, so Explained is about like various things. They're small. One is about like diamonds, one is about beauty, one is
Yeah.
about the the meat industry. So there are so many things that are being discussed. Even the pandemic that we're going through right now is discussed, and the fact that there was an awareness that this could happen. Like, I mean, I was watching Bill Gates say that this is going to happen to us and we will not be prepared. So so yeah, I mean, I'm just kind of I wanted to watch. There was this show on Amazon, which is for which is a Fenty, Rihanna's uh, the fashion show that they performed. It's a prep to that, and the performance itself, which was
Correct.
spectacular. So I mean, I'm just like watching a lot of different stuff. Like Jamtara was a very earthy show, so I'm watching a lot of variety in terms of content.
Yeah.
I also saw Made in Heaven, which is another thing from Amazon, which I thought was really good. So yeah, I mean, I'm just like watching so much different, and like the completely different shows um, from each other. So it's a
Yeah.
good variety to kind of dabble into.
I just want to tell कि जो लोग भी देख रहे हैं, whoever joined us right now, we can all see it, and Tamanna can also. Individually saying it be very difficult for her, but all the hellos and I love yous what Tamanna is seeing. But if you have question, then we can see it from here. But otherwise, एक साथ सबको hello बोलना है एक बार के लिए. I think they're
Hello,
feeling very left
everyone.
out.
Thanks to everyone who's just come on the live and is watching this live and being a part of our conversation. I know you guys are bored. We are bored too, sitting at home. But yeah, we're taking this time to reach out to you and kind of share our experience while we're at home.
No, I mean, absolutely. Tamanna, tell me, we were talking about different hobbies that people can pick up.
Yeah.
Were there a few things that you always wanted to do? Like you said, of course, like you're a foodie and you love cooking and you're doing that, you're cooking more. Were there a few things that you always thought, I want to do this someday, but I know don't have the time, maybe someday? Is there a list that you always had?
I really want to like learn a lot of things from my mom. Like there like a lot of like I think sometimes their experiences are great things that we can take, and I feel like as a generation, we haven't spent enough time with our parents and learned, like, say, my language, my mother tongue, for example. I speak better Tamil and Telugu than I speak Sindhi, and I really want to brush up my Sindhi skills because I feel like what can I take forward to my next generation? I cannot teach them my language because I don't know it properly. So I'm
Correct.
gonna spend this time. So I keep telling mom now because we're not used to even talking in our mother tongue. So I'm like, Mom, listen, you got to speak to me in Sindhi because there's no other way I'm learning this. So she forgets, and then I'm like, listen, talk to me in Sindhi.
So
So
you're picking up languages. That's great.
yeah, so even my own, I mean, the sometimes the sad part is your own language is the most ignored because I'm like, हाँ कर लेंगे, सीख लेंगे, that kind of thing.
The I'm sure you pick it up because I remember you told me about how quickly you pick up a language. So that's never been
Brushing
an
it up
issue
now,
for you.
brushing it up.
Brushing it up. But you've been asked this question a lot of times, but I know at this time it's again very frivolous. I know people are having a lot of other issues, and we really hope that everything comes together because we are in it. But you've always got compliments for the great skin that you have.
I am
And
going to very soon put out a lot of stuff which is going to be of use on Insta, which I've been doing, which I've been following. It's like a 21-day thing for wellness and for a holistic lifestyle with Tanny. So I'm going to keep posting stuff because I want people to see. See, it's very easy to read up somewhere or to see someone else doing something and say, oh, do this because this is really good. But what I'm trying to do right now is show people the stuff I have been doing, and now I'm just getting back to, because in the middle of like a hectic life, you tend
Yeah.
to not, you can't continue doing it. So the idea is to kind of, and I think anyway, everything is not something that you do every day, but you need to keep
Yeah.
like you need to keep bringing it back into your lifestyle and introducing it back again, which is how the balance is maintained. So the idea is to kind of share that, and I will be sharing a lot of tips and tricks and hacks um, and lifestyle changes that I have made and has made a huge difference in my life.
Um, are there any like these home, home sort of recipes for making masks and stuff that you've been doing? Some easy ones that
I
you
would
can
have
share?
spoken about it, but I want to show it, so I'm going to show it.
Ah, so we'll have to follow you and figure it out,
Yes,
which
you will
I'm
have
sure
to
all of
follow.
us will. We are, which I'm sure everybody here does that. So, but it's great you're doing that. I think it's a great way to keep us not just engaged, to keep us informed. I think everybody wants to know, what to do. We don't have so many things. We don't have this product. So great.
No, the
Please,
idea
please do
is
that.
to put out stuff which is easy. Like I myself don't do stuff that's complicated. The stuff that I do is extremely simple and very desi and very Ayurvedic and very accessible. Because I
Lovely.
feel like otherwise you're not going to be able to continue doing it. If I
Yeah,
tell
yeah,
you, get this product from this part of the world, it's like it's a pain, right? And even if you get it once, how do you keep getting it?
yeah.
So I feel